Timeless quality, superbly crafted stories showcasing the greatest sports heroes and their incredible winning moments. The Immortals, the greatest athletes of all time.
The Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the Delta County Airport is extending an offer for a new manager following their previous one stepping down last month. Plus, we'll have the details after the city of Negaunee wins over $200,000 from a former business owner. And a longtime participant in Marquette's Farmers Market has set up a permanent location in the city. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Tonight from Marquette, we're going to bottom out in the upper teens near midnight, hold steady. And then as the southerly winds start to take hold here, notes go from northeast to south. The temperatures will start to slowly go up. Still cold, though, for the night, and a decent amount of clouds as well. We're going to stay pretty much in the lower to mid-20s for most of the area of the Upper Peninsula, with partly to mostly cloudy skies overall. The rest of the forecast coming up later in the show. Kevin?
Tom, thank you. The Delta County Airport could soon have a new manager at the helm. After just over 1 year, former manager Robert Randstadler announced his resignation in December, officially stepping down in February. Today, the County Board of Commissioners voted to extend a job offer to candidate Caitlin Bierman. Originally from Escanaba, Bierman would relocate from Alaska, bringing roughly 2 decades of aviation industry experience. According to the county administrator, the recommended starting salary for the position is $75,000. The Airport Advisory Board hopes to have the next manager in place as soon as possible. A former business owner in Negaunee is being held accountable for over $200,000 in demolition expenses. In 2019, the Kirkwood building's roof collapsed, posing a serious risk to the public and surrounding properties. Although the city made multiple requests for the owner to address the hazard, no action was taken. The city then used its property maintenance code and demolished the building. After years of delays, the Marquette County Circuit Court recently awarded a $222,000 judgment in favor of the city of Negaunee, leaving the former owner personally liable for both the demolition expenses and the costs associated with the city's legal actions.
Checking out the forecast for tonight from Marquette. We're going to bottom out in the upper teens.
Through this process, the city has been trying to recoup its costs in tearing down this building. It was successful in court a few weeks ago in getting that judgment against the individual.
Our own Andrew Hands will have more on this story coming up tonight at 11:10 Central. A longtime farmers market business just opened their first brick and mortar location in Marquette. WZMQ reporter Samuel McKnight talked to the owners about their new shop and what they're selling.
J&H Forest Farms finally opened their first permanent location this weekend after years of art shows and farmers markets.
We've been doing the farmers markets, at different locations around the UP, and we've had such good support. We just decided to open a shop and see how it goes.
From their new shop, they sell unique wood artwork that one co-owner says you can't find anywhere else.
It's one-of-a-kind type of thing. It's handmade. I literally invented the idea. So, it's nice for when people go to a craft show or a market or something, they see something completely different than they've never seen before.
Beyond artwork, they also sell a variety of herbal soaps, salves, lotions, and other topical solutions, all of which are homemade from ingredients grown and foraged from their farm in Dearton.
Everything that we do, we grow the herbs ourselves. So there's no chemicals in it. It's all just with herbs and other natural products like beeswax. And the herbs we grow ourselves. We grow 55 different medicinal herbs.
They also grow herbs at their farm to help the environment.
We every year plant a different endangered species to Michigan. So a plant that's native to Michigan, endangered, we plant it to try and grow it, and then we're going to distribute it and try and repopulate Michigan.
And after years of markets, they say they're happy to be a permanent fixture in Marquette's community.
Marquette has always been so supportive of our business that it just was a no-brainer to open something up here.
Samuel McKnight, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, crews are removing the Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C. We'll hear how people are reacting. And later in sports, we'll have an update from the coach of NMU's men's basketball team as they continue their playoff run. We're back in 2 minutes.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
Here's a business looking for a customer. Here's a customer looking for a business. And that's where the Better Business Bureau comes in. The BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. That's why 80% of people choose BBB accredited businesses over non-accredited ones with the same A+ letter rating. Live happily, better after. Always look for the sign of a better business because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
If you are suffering from mesothelioma, lung cancer, or pulmonary fibrosis, you may be entitled to compensation, even if you smoked. Call Detroit-based Goldberg, Persky & White, working lawyers for working people for more than 35 years.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
At Shunk's Clearance Center, you get name brand furniture at discount prices, and you get 12 months to pay with no interest on everything. This recliner is just $2.99. You get 12 months to pay. That's only $25 a month. Get a nice double reclining sofa like this for just $59 a month, 0% interest. Get 12 months to pay on dining room, and get 12 months to pay on quality bedroom furniture. Even close-out mattresses, a nice full-size mattress is only $13 a month, 0% interest. Shop Shunks today.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Checking out the headlines on a fairly tranquil week after a cold one today. We're going to have modifying temperatures that we kind of alluded to earlier in the broadcast here. Continued relatively tranquil weather. However, the weekend could be a bit unsettled. Have an early look, at least some rain, and then maybe some snow as we head towards Sunday. No big-time storms expected. So let's enjoy what we've got here, including check out the night sky. This is Thursday night, so you have a little time here. The lunar eclipse is coming here, and recall we have the umbra, the main Earth shadow, and the penumbra, the partial Earth shadow. Now, if the weather's good here, let's hope it is, we'll start to see the partial eclipse where the moon will darken. And remember, we got a full moon here, so it should be pretty easy to see if we can keep the clouds away here. The total eclipse, if you want to stay up, 2:26 in the morning, and it's going to go to about 3:31. So about an hour with the maximum where the moon actually turns that blood red that we often see here before things start to taper off. And then by 5 o'clock in the morning, we're out of the shadow of the Earth. So that, again, will be happening Thursday night. And if you miss it, well, we got another one coming up in September, so you don't have to wait too long. Some of those eclipses, you have to wait centuries. Not this time. Wind shifting toward the south and east as we head toward Wednesday. Not real strong here, though. It does pick up a little bit in the afternoon. And that's going to mean some milder temperatures after the cold for today. And as for precipitation, pretty limited here. A warm front is going to go through later tonight and or into Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. May set off a few flurries, not enough to accumulate, not enough to really worry about. And then we'll try to get some sun in here during the afternoon on that southerly flow. That should help boost our temperatures. And we'll keep things pretty much on the dry side into Thursday. We're hopeful, again, that we'll see enough clearing to see the eclipse on Thursday night. Temperatures mid to upper 30s here on that outlook here. And then as we head on toward Thursday, temperatures getting closer maybe to that 50-degree mark. Tonight, though, we'll be bottoming out in the teens and then rising into the low 20s here in Marquette by daybreak. A lot of lower to mid-teens elsewhere with partly to mostly cloudy skies. And then for tomorrow, again, you can see we're getting close to 40 here in Marquette with upper 30s to mid-40s elsewhere here. Under clouds and then some sunshine as we head into the afternoon. Thursday, again, partly sunny, kind of questionable on the cloud cover for Thursday night. We'll have a better look at that tomorrow. But right now, it's about 50-50 here on the cloud cover. But it will be mild, mid-50s Friday, showers on Saturday, Sunday, much cooler, a little wet snow. But St. Patrick's Day itself looks partly cloudy and temperatures warm up again for next Tuesday.
Tom, thanks again. Crews began removing Washington, D.C.'s Black Lives Matter Plaza on Monday. It is a large mural painted on the street after the murder of Minneapolis man George Floyd, whose death sparked nationwide protests over police brutality. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp shares why the mural is being removed and how people are reacting.
The hammering and construction sounds ring through Washington, D.C.'s 16th Street. This portion is known locally as the Black Lives Matter Plaza. The phrase Black Lives Matter was painted yellow on the ground back in 2020 after the murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis. D.C. planned on making the mural permanent to commemorate the protests that happened nationwide and here locally. This nearly 50-foot mural stretches about 2 blocks. The location of itself is pretty significant. It's right in front of the White House. But crews are removing it in response to pressure from congressional Republicans. Last week, a representative from Georgia introduced legislation that would withhold certain funds from D.C. unless D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser removes the phrase and redesignate the street as Liberty Plaza.
I really enjoyed when the mayor supported putting in the plaza a commemoration of that, the protests and things that have happened. And it also felt like a way for D.C. to kind of stand up for itself.
Locals we spoke with described the removal as sad and add it's a way to show how vulnerable the district is on federal funding.
It's being ripped up with this idea that we're going to win favor with the federal government that I just don't see happening.
It's pretty jarring just to see a reminder of kind of how Black Lives Matter is treated in this kind of new administration. Seeing people tear up the street that used to mean something to so many people and still means something to me and so many others. It's pretty brutal. It's a stark reminder of what America is.
In Washington, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
It's unclear what project, if anything, will replace the BLM Plaza. The D.C. mayor released a statement saying, in part, the mural inspired millions and helped the city through a painful period, but their focus is on economic growth, public safety, and supporting D.C. residents affected by federal job cuts. Coming up next on Insights, we're joined by the League of Women Voters for Women's History Month. We'll hear how far they've come when we come back.
This job, it's about sacrifice for something nobler than yourself.
Here goes everything.
The FBI's are back in action.
Move, move, move!
We can stop this.
Eyes open, safety's on. Look at your back. Tracking down people who don't want to be found is our specialty.
CBS Tuesday is FBI night.
Well done, everybody.
The FBI's are all new. CBS tonight at 8/7 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes are good for everybody.
It's about the people out in the community who are in the workforce. All those people really benefit from the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, the fabulous Laverne Cox.
Short hair, don't care. I think it's a new era.
It's giving.
Whatever you can do to bring yourself joy, do it.
Plus, find your wow colors.
You all can do this in your home using just pieces from your closet.
Yes!
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. For Women's History Month, we're talking about the strides being made by the League of Women Voters. And joining us now from their board of directors in Marquette County is Joe Foley. Joe, thanks so much for coming on.
Oh, I really appreciate their interest.
For sure. Glad to have you on. And I just wanted to start, maybe we should probably start here, the history of the League of Women Voters. What can you tell us about how it got started?
Very briefly, with a long history. So the League of Women Voters started in 1920. The leaders of the women's suffrage movement realized they had a whole bunch of people that had never voted before, weren't registered, and didn't even have the experience. So they put together an organization to register women, educate women to vote, and that has expanded over 100 years now.
Sure.
To encompass all voting rights and all people that are interested.
Sure, and as far as today, how does the League of Women Voters operate? What do they do?
Well, the League operates in 3 levels. For one thing, national, state, and local, which we are. And any member of the League is a member of all 3. What the League does, its primary mission is voting rights and registration for voting. So that's where they've focused. The League locally, we do a lot of registration. Well, we found that Marquette County is highly registered, which we're very happy about. So our efforts now are going more toward like NMU students, new voters, high school students who are just becoming of age to vote, and we're even starting to encourage middle schoolers and elementary school kids to start thinking about voting.
Sure. Can you give us some details on how you guys go about doing that?
Sure. One of our programs is called Hooked on Voting. So it's a fun play kind of thing for elementary school kids. We've had it in several of the local libraries, and we had it at Blueberry Fest. So the kids come and fish for toys, and at the same time they also vote, like for their favorite fish, Michigan fish. And while they're doing that and we're helping them, we're talking to their parents too.
Sure.
Of course, about whether they're interested in being registered. If they are, do they know how to get information? Which is another one of our missions, is educating voters. And one of the ways we do that is with our voter guide, which probably many people are familiar with. You get it in the Mining Journal, right? But along with that, we have an online guide called vote411.org. And locally, our league puts in the information. We contact the candidates and gather their answers and put that together. But it's a national site, so anyone can go online and find out who's running for what in their area.
Excellent. All right. And as far as reaching out to the public, do you have any upcoming events you'd like to share?
We are having member events. Last year, as you can imagine, was quite full. We had multiple candidate forums because of all the elections. We're taking a slight breather. But we will be looking toward local and state elections as toward the end of 25 and into 26, of course. Locally, right now, though, we're working on educating members on various issues, which is also something that the League does. We're nonpartisan. We never support a candidate or a party, but we're very issue-oriented.
Sure.
So we like to educate ourselves.
For sure. And I think my last question for you, Joe, is what would you say to women voters of today and maybe tomorrow?
Well, I'd like to speak to not just women voters.
Sure.
It's all voters. And I think right now it's so important to not only think nationally, but to look locally for your local races, your local government, state government, but local and county has such a bearing on your life. If you don't vote, you're letting someone else make decisions for you. Mm-hmm. And I would really, really hope that people are looking locally.
Sure. Great advice there. Joe, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you, Kevin. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And tomorrow we're talking with UPause about their annual Cause for Pause Gala this April. That conversation's tomorrow only on 19 News Insights. Mike Ludlam has your sports headlines when we come back. Michigan State basketball head coach has been named the Big Ten's Coach of the Year. Good on Tom Izzo. We'll hear from him on his latest accomplishment.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
It's a new Ghosts with a new ghost.
So there's just some hot, invisible Australian guy hanging around now? Are you blushing?
No.
And what's your name, man?
Ice.
Your name is Ice. Isaac. See you guys around.
Oof, that was tough to watch, and I once watched a bear eat my corpse.
Plus, someone's getting a ghost power.
Is it totally on?
Ghosts is all new. CBS Thursday, 8:30, 7:30 Central, and streaming on Paramount+.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
The Window Store Home Improvement Center is your clear choice for quality products and expert installation. We have a thorough and seamless process, start to finish. From the moment you meet our friendly staff, you'll be amazed by their attention to detail. Our team of experienced professionals take pride in their work, and with our 2-year warranty on all installations, you'll have peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Plus, we service the entire Upper Peninsula. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. It doesn't make sense that the NMU and Michigan Tech men's basketball teams have to play against each other again this season, but the NCAA said so. So that will happen for the 4th time Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time in the Midwest Regional held at the University of Illinois at Springfield. The Wildcats just won the GLIAC postseason tournament Sunday over Lake Superior State at Michigan Tech. NMU head coach Matt Makerzak says last weekend's title was special for a different reason than the previous two.
I haven't had enough time to process the meeting of all of them, but this one was the most fun and joy-filled for sure, I think, because it was unexpected. And it wasn't that I didn't think we could win the tournament. It was more that I think throughout the year there were a lot of points where I didn't think the year was going to end with a championship for our team, and for it to happen the way it did and to go through Grand Valley, who's a really good 5 seed, then at Tech, and then Lake State in the finals. We really earned this one. The last one we got, I think we got a little luckier with our draw and some of that kind of stuff. This time we had to go right through the heart of the league, and I think that made it a little bit more fun as well.
After Saturday's contest between the Wildcats and Huskies at 1 o'clock, Lincoln, Missouri will face Lake Superior State at 3:30 Eastern Time. Ferris State also made the regional. The Bulldogs will meet Missouri at St. Louis at 8:30 Eastern Time. Michigan State men's basketball head coach Tom Izzo has been named the Big Ten Coach of the Year for the 4th time after winning his 11th Big Ten championship. The other 3 occasions, 1998, 2009, and 2012. At his weekly press conference today, Izzo said he's just a coordinator or manager.
Don't win these without your staff and your players. I mean, they win the award. They do the grunt of the work. I just manage it. And so, number one, I want to thank them all publicly because we preach to our players all the time. If the team has success, the individuals within the team will have success. And I'm a recipient of the success our team had. I spent a little more time with the players. I always spend a lot of time, but I made sure this summer, this spring, or this fall, we did things together. We went to baseball and football and basketball games. We went to the UP. We went to Spain. We just did as many things as we could do together.
Assistant coach Doug Wojcik was named the Howard Moore Assistant Coach of the Year. Jaden Ankins was named to the Big Ten third team by the coaches. Jace Richardson was a third team member for the coaches and media. Purdue's Braden Smith is the Player of the Year in both groups. There is a site change for the Division III girls basketball regional final between Manton and Calumet. Scratch St. Ignace. The game will take place at Newberry High School tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Since St. Ignace is still playing, the number of volunteers was not enough to work the contest. St. Ignace is in a Division IV regional final tomorrow against Indian River Inland Lakes, at Indian River. Congratulations to the following high school hockey players who have been named to the All-State team. On the first team in Division II, Marquette has forward Brody Shelton and Seth Sandstrom. Defenseman Lucas Belkowski is a second-teamer, along with second-team goalie Cole Kelly, and defenseman Brody Lemire is an honorable mention. In Division III, first-team forward Britt Hainanen of Jeffers and Jace DeForge of Houghton. First-team defenseman Hudson Markham of Houghton. Second-team forward Graham Johnson of Escanaba, along with Connor Arco of Houghton. Also Nick Wood of Sault Ste. Marie, Benton Ryla of Jeffers, and Nathan Londo of Calumet. Second team defenseman Nolan Bink of Escanaba, along with Ted Locus of Calumet and Cale Bell of the Blue Devils. Jeffers goalie Kaysen Helmanen is on the second team. An honorable mention forward Brogan Turner of Jeffers, Jay Hallinan of Houghton, along with defenseman Jack Rudak of Houghton and Sault Ste. Marie defenseman Corson Pace. And yes, they have an all-freshman team. On the first team, Blake Heltonen of the Jets. Marquette's Easton Ball is on the second team, along with Gunnar Flax of Houghton and Max Nordstrom of Jeffers. Congratulations to all. Kevin will be right back.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
What happens when the world's best journalists come together?
This was an entire building. It will take years to rebuild.
We're from CBS News, American television.
You get the all-new CBS Evening News every weeknight.
US Med, a trusted supplier of diabetes equipment for nearly 30 years, has great news for people living with diabetes and the pain of regular testing. New Medicare and private insurance guidelines have expanded coverage for continuous glucose monitors, even for people not using insulin. The days of repeated, painful finger sticks are over. Now you can wear a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, and eliminate routine finger sticks. US Med has the newest models of CGM, which are more accurate and convenient than ever. CGMs are shown to lower your A1C, increase your time in range, and reduce the risk of hypoglycemic events. Shipping is free, and will even bill your insurer directly. Don't spend one more painful day testing your blood sugar. Call now to get your continuous glucose monitoring system so you can take control of your diabetes and get back to enjoying life.
Call US Med now.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
Futurecast for tonight, generally partly to mostly cloudy skies expected into the early morning hours on Wednesday. May get a few quick hits of some flurries, but nothing big time here. Sun comes out during the afternoon, and temperatures will be on the uptrend here as we head toward tonight, though. We'll bottom out about midnight. Upper teens, slowly rise after that, topping out close to 40 here in Marquette for the afternoon. Decent amount of clouds. We'll try to get some sun again for the afternoon. We're in the 50s as we head toward Friday with some showers for Saturday. Kevin?
Tom, thank you once again. That's all the time we have for right now, everyone. More headlines coming your way at 11:10 Central. We'll see you then.